Welcome to RealityTen, where we explore history's most shocking and unexpected events. Today, we're taking to the skies to examine the top 10 worst things that happened on airplanes, highlighting the importance of air travel safety. From snakes in the cabin to catastrophic engine failures, these terrifying incidents will leave you on the edge of your seat. Buckle up and join us as we delve into the most hair-raising moments in aviation history. You won't believe what happened on these flights. In November 2016, passengers on an Aeromexico flight from Torreon to Mexico City faced an unusual scare. A 3-foot-long venomous green viper, a snake on a plane, appeared in the overhead luggage compartment mid-flight. Panic spread as the snake slithered to the floor and moved between seats. Using blankets provided by the crew, quick-thinking passengers managed to trap it safely between rows 5 and 6. The pilot radioed ahead, requesting a priority landing in Mexico City. Passengers were evacuated through the plane's rear, while animal control handled the snake. An investigation was launched to determine how the snake got on board, but the results were never shared. This bizarre incident showed that flying can sometimes involve unexpected and terrifying passengers, highlighting the importance of airplane safety protocols. In February 2021, a flight from Denver to Hawaii turned into a nightmare. Shortly after takeoff, a loud bang came from the plane's right engine, causing a plane engine explosion. Looking out the windows, passengers saw the engine ablaze and its casing missing. The pilot acted swiftly, announcing they would return to Denver. Though the 241 people on board escaped unharmed, the falling debris caused damage in Broomfield, Colorado. One homeowner found a massive engine ring in his yard, while another discovered debris crashing through his kitchen. Despite the chaos, the plane landed safely. Investigators suspect the failure was caused by a broken turbine blade or a bird strike, but the airline never confirmed the exact reason. In 2016, Mark Pennell was flying a single-engine plane over New York when he lost his propeller mid-flight, experiencing a propeller loss mid-flight, 1,000 searches per month. Surprisingly, Mark didn't realize it was gone and thought the engine was malfunctioning. At 7,000 feet, he focused on gliding the plane to the nearest airport for a safe landing. After landing, he discovered the missing propeller and realized he hadn't tightened its bolts properly before takeoff. Though embarrassed, Mark was relieved to have avoided a disaster. Despite searching, he never found the propeller. This incident highlights the importance of pre-flight checks and the skills needed to handle emergencies. In July 2018, a Ryanair flight from Barcelona to Ibiza faced an onboard fire before taking off. A passenger's phone, connected to a battery pack, burst into flames, causing a phone battery fire on the plane. Anthony Cario, a fellow passenger, filmed the incident while also throwing water on the fire to extinguish it. Passengers were evacuated using emergency slides, and no one was injured. The airline later warned against carrying powered devices without proper packaging, as lithium-ion batteries can catch fire due to damage or overheating. Though the situation was controlled, it served as a reminder to charge devices responsibly and handle them safely during flights. In October 2009, a flight attendant on a Northwest Airlines flight dealt with a self-proclaimed psychic passenger who loudly predicted the plane would crash. Her dramatic behavior unsettled everyone. Soon after, the plane hit severe turbulence, with drinks spilling and luggage falling. Thankfully, the plane landed safely in Detroit, although it slid sideways on the icy runway. Security detained the psychic passenger, who had scared everyone with her eerie prediction. Shaken by the incident, the flight attendant quit the job after the flight. This story shows how psychological fear can amplify the stress of an already turbulent journey, highlighting the challenges of dealing with airplane turbulence. In 1997, a military pilot in the Middle East faced a terrifying flight error. While preparing for takeoff, he accidentally entered incorrect coordinates into the plane's navigation system. Later, during a night mission, the system glitches, and the pilot loses visibility and control of the aircraft. Unable to tell his altitude or orientation, he prepared to eject. Instead, he manually adjusted the controls, pulling the plane up just 20 feet from the ground. Afterward, he corrected the system and completed the mission. This near-death experience highlighted the risks of human error and the importance of staying calm under pressure, especially during military jet emergencies. In March 2018, a WestJet flight nearing Nanaimo, Canada, filled with smoke. Passengers reported a strong smell and a hazy cabin. The pilot announced an emergency landing as tension grew on board. Once the plane landed safely, passengers were evacuated onto the runway. Some questioned why oxygen masks weren't deployed, but the airline explained that the aircraft didn't require them due to its maximum altitude. Although everyone was unharmed, the investigation into the cause of the smoke was never disclosed. This incident left passengers shaken, proving how unexpected emergencies like cabin smoke emergencies can make flying a nerve-wracking experience. In June 2018, an American Airlines flight from San Antonio to Phoenix flew into a severe thunderstorm. Hail battered the plane's nose and windshield, causing significant damage. Inside, passengers screamed as turbulence threw objects around. The pilot decided to make an emergency landing in El Paso. Once on the ground, the extent of the damage shocked everyone. The plane's nose was destroyed, and the windshield was shattered. Despite the terrifying flight, all 135 passengers landed safely. For many on board, the ordeal reinforced the unpredictability of weather and its potential dangers in the sky, highlighting the risks of hail damage to airplanes. In the early 2000s, a plane from Hawaii to California faced a landing gear failure, forcing the pilot to circle the airport to burn fuel. A flight mechanic on board signaled to a flight attendant that the situation was dire. Just as the plane began its descent, the landing gear miraculously deployed, allowing for a safe landing. Although everyone survived, the terrifying experience deeply affected the crew and passengers. The flight attendant continued working but admitted it took courage to board her next flight. In June 2019, a flight from Kosovo to Switzerland experienced intense turbulence, with food trays and drinks flying as the plane shook violently. A flight attendant collecting drinks was flung to the ceiling, while passengers screamed in fear. One passenger even suffered burns from hot water spilled during the chaos. Despite the frightening experience, the plane landed safely, and medical aid was provided to the injured. The flying flight attendant was unharmed, and passengers expressed relief to be on solid ground. This incident highlights how turbulence can turn a routine flight into a traumatic memory, emphasizing the importance of handling severe turbulence on a plane. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more great content.